Mary Claire, since it's 2:03, we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay. And Haley, if you have any questions, please ask while we're going through this.
Well, we appreciate everyone's willingness to serve in your leadership roles with the emerging leaders. Our emerging leaders is one of our affinity groups at United Way of Southwest Alabama. So we really see our emerging leaders and our other affinity groups as like the perfect trifecta. You give, you advocate, and you volunteer. So we wanted to do this introduction of United Way of Southwest Alabama with this group because we would really like to encourage you to become more engaged with United Way of Southwest Alabama, especially in the volunteer role. And I'm just going to give you an example. We have 46 partner agencies, and we'll talk more about that later on in the presentation. But so our partner agencies, whenever we participate in an event, we like to invite our partner agencies because, again, community impact is about connections and making sure people have access to resources. So several of our events are nonprofits or our partner agencies. They have smaller staff, so they can't commit to every single event. So some of our partner agencies will rely on volunteers. They may be families that benefited from the services that they provide, or board members, et cetera, to go out and represent their organization at these community events. And so we would really like to have our emerging leaders assist us and serve in that capacity as well. And so today we're going to do an overview of United Way and of all things United Way, in hopes to prepare you for that service role if you're interested in assisting us with this need. So next, Mary Claire.
There we go.
So we'll start with our history. And what I love about United Way's history is we started in 1926 as a community chest of Mobile. So I grew up playing Monopoly. So the fact that the community chest was actually a thing, I mean, I see it as a fun fact of United Way that we started. And you can see on the screen that we had our first campaign in 1927. So we've been raising money since the beginning. A little saying we have here at United Way is no money, no mission. So we have to have the campaign so we can support our agencies and our programs, and then all the wonderful work that benefits Southwest Alabama. Also, you can see in 1980, we added Washington County. And then in 1981, the United Fund became the Mobile Area United Way. And then Clark County, where I live, was added in 1990. And that's when we changed our name to United Way of Southwest Alabama, more of a regional approach. And then in 2015, we added Choctaw County. And then pre-COVID in 2019, May of 2019, we opened the Clark County Outreach Center in Grove Hill. And so it's a satellite office for partner agencies and other community organizations to utilize to offer services to kind of help mitigate the transportation barrier that we see with those that we support on a daily basis. So like I said earlier, no money, no mission. So our mission is quite simple. It's to improve the quality of life in the community. And that's for everyone, every individual in our 4-county footprint. That is our goal. And of course, our vision is to strengthen the community, mobilizing resources that support our building blocks for a better life. And again, it's listed on the screen. So at United Way, we strive to be a community leader, and a resource. And we do that by convening, like I mentioned earlier, the connections, how connections are so important. I might not have the answer to your question, but I may know of somebody else at a partner agency or another community member that can help you find the solution to your problem. Planning, we like to be involved with as much planning so we can advocate for the needs of our community and share the information that we have through our 211 program, program reports from our partner agencies, just showing what the need and their impact may be. We just like to be involved, just to kind of to assist with that, and then implement, put those plans into motion, find solutions to the problems that plague our community. So these are our impact areas. We have 4 building blocks that we focus on at United Way of Southwest Alabama, and they are health, education, financial stability, and access to life's basic essentials. And like I mentioned earlier, we strive to achieve that for every person we serve in Choctaw, Clark, Mobile, and Washington counties. And so the screen just shares how we do that and why we do that. And it's just to essentially make the individual or the family whole. You can go to the next slide, dear.
Not working. Okay.
So we're going to do a deep dive into our building blocks. So the first one that most people will agree is the most important is access to health. So that is health care for the uninsured or underinsured or low income, promoting healthy behaviors, also access to prescription medications. We have several partners that can assist with that. And then, of course, your mental health aspects. So addiction, behavioral, and mental health counseling are some of the priority areas. Education. So education is a big deal, especially now since we want to focus on workforce development and having a properly trained workforce for all of the industry that we are going to need in our area. So our education priorities are kindergarten readiness, reading and math proficiency, high school graduation, and there's that college and career readiness aspect. And again, we have several partner agencies that provide programming that addresses these priorities. Financial stability. Financial stability is ensuring that you have what is necessary to sustain yourself and your family. And so the priorities here are workforce development. They kind of overlap workforce development and career readiness, financial literacy and planning, and then non-emergency income support. And in fact, one of our United Way programs, VITA, falls into this category where we offer free volunteer-based income preparation. And we'll talk more about that in a moment. And of course, essentials, life's basic needs, food, shelter, emergency financial assistance, and then disaster relief and recovery, because we do in fact live in the cone of uncertainty. We joke, but it's a true statement. We can experience disaster at any given moment in Southwest Alabama. And we have a large number of volunteers and volunteers that assist us with this, and then also partner agencies. And so not only does United Way go out and raise money to share with our partners and the programs that they offer the community, we actually have internal programs ourselves. And so I'm just going to run through the items that you see on the screen. The first one is 211. It's number one because it's our health and human service support hotline. The way 211 works is you dial 211. You can also text. There's a 1-800 number. You can text the number and connect with a call specialist. The call specialist is going to ask you your zip code, and that is a tool that they use to identify the resources in your community. So they're not going to refer someone in Clark County to Mobile for resources. They're going to try to stay localized and connect them with an agency that can support them. And this has become a highly utilized program, especially with COVID. And as I mentioned earlier, the disasters that we faced last year. The second program is our Airbus Flying Challenge. It's actually on hold at the moment because of COVID. We have not received funding to offer it in the schools. It's a partnership with Pillins Middle School where Airbus employees serve as mentors and provide training and guidance and mentorship to students that are interested in learning more about Airbus. And it's been a very fruitful partnership, and we hope that it can continue in the near future. I touched on the Clark County Outreach Center earlier. That's our satellite office in Grove Hill. Again, we created that space to provide access to our partner agencies that serve Choctaw, Clark, and Washington counties, but it's open to any agency that wants to come and utilize the space to meet with their clients and provide confidential services. And pre-COVID, we had about 10 agencies that were utilizing the space on a monthly basis. And so now we kind of are at a point to where we are building that back up. And so hopefully we'll be at maximum capacity or above that in the near future. Engaging the next generation. This is kind of speed dating for volunteer opportunities and agencies in the community. And in fact, we are working on holding an event. We're really excited because originally Engaging the Next Generation was a party. It was a party where agencies came, shared their volunteer needs, interacted with individuals, kind of, especially emerging leaders. It's your age bracket. So it's those that are in college or about to graduate from college, and young professionals, just to kind of share with them the volunteer needs in the community. And so right now we're slated to have that event in December, but we have not finalized a date yet. Number 5, the Family-Wise Prescription Drug Savings Program. It is a prescription drug savings card, and it is actually called Single Care now. Family-Wise merged with Single Care, and we're very excited about it because Single Care provides us with more publicity. They have commercials. You probably have seen them. Martin Sheen somewhere playing golf, talking about his prescriptions. And so you can use that at your big box stores, so Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and it really helps people save money. It was designed for individuals that do not have insurance, but people with insurance can use it in place of their insurance card. Imagination Library. This is a book of the month club. And we're offering it in Choctaw County. And so children ages birth to 5 get a brand new book mailed to their house every single month. And it's to help them really establish a love for reading. And it ties into that kindergarten readiness priority that we're trying to focus on with the education building block. And we offered in Choctaw County because their library, there's only one library in the entire county, and it's only open part-time. It's only open a couple days a week, or half a day, a couple days a week. And so children don't have access to a library like they do in other parts of our service area. Our 7th program is Project Blueprint. And in fact, we just had a graduation for this program on Friday. Project Blueprint is a program that offers board development training for young professionals. It was initially created to increase minority representation on local boards. And we had 18 graduates last Friday. And so we were really happy to be able to revitalize this program and offer it again in the community. So that'll be something that'll be offered in the end of 2022, beginning of 2023, if anyone's interested. Number 8 is the Community Resource Network. This was created in response to COVID-19. We all remember in March when the world shut down, and most of us on this call, we're social people. We like to connect. We like to meet new people and learn about the programs and services that they offer. Well, when COVID hit us, we all had to go home and work from home, and didn't really have an idea of what was going on in everybody else's work or agencies. So United Way partnered with the University of South Alabama and Spring Hill College to form the Community Resource Network. And in fact, we still have these meetings. We offer the meetings every 2 months. The next meeting is November the 3rd at 1 p.m. and it's still via Zoom. And so we just identify the community's key needs, ask for speakers to come, do a little overview, and then share information in breakout rooms. And we've been doing this since March of 2020, and there's still a need because some of us are still disconnected. And so if you are interested in attending the next meeting, just reach out. I'll put my email in the chat and I'll be happy to shoot you over an invite. Number 9 is VOAD, Mobile County Volunteer Organizations Active in Disasters. These are nonprofits, faith-based organizations that work with survivors of disaster in our community. Again, we live in the cone of uncertainty. VITA, that's our Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. I see Lakeisha is on. Mobile Community Action is one of our VITA partners. And this is where individuals and families can receive free tax preparation services. And the income cap, it's $58,000, right, Lakeisha? Yeah. Each year it kind of like sneaks up a little further. And so this is offered through United Way. And then we also have community partners throughout Mobile, Washington, and Clark counties that provide this free service to the community. Next is Volunteer Connect. This is our database that highlights the volunteer needs of the community. This is open to nonprofits, not just United Way partner agencies. And then we also have some other groups that list their opportunities. So we really love this site because it kind of puts everything out there. There's also a community calendar at the bottom that kind of shares the happenings and events and meetings. And it also tracks It tracks your hours for you. And when you're done, you can print out your volunteer resume. And then last but not least, this is specific to Washington County. It is our dental and vision program. It is a program that supports low-income individuals and families with having access to dental and vision care in Washington County. You can't have an overview on United Way without listing our United Way team members. So this is everybody. Some of them you may know, some of you may not know, because they really assist us behind the scenes. So Erica Berger is our office manager. She's the one that keeps us all straight. So if you ever need anything, you can reach out to myself, or you can reach out to Mary Claire, but Erica is that warm voice you hear on the phone whenever you call United Way. I'm sure all of you know Justine Bixler. She's our VP of Resource Development. And of course, Jill Chenoweth, our President and CEO. Mary Claire, again, our Manager of Donor Relations, and she's our Emerging Leaders Liaison. Sarah Knox, she's our financial assistant, and she again is that wonderful, sweet voice that you hear when you call United Way. She works very closely with Micah Lunsford, our CFO. Brad, if you have any experience with VITA or Volunteer Connect, then you know Brad Martin. And just a little bonus fact, Brad is also our weatherman. So we ask him to give us updates on tropical activity or whether or not it's going to be raining, you know. So we love Brad and are really happy that he's part of our team. And then Catherine Pittman is also part of the community impact team. She's our outreach and community engagement coordinator. And again, I did not introduce myself at the beginning. I apologize. I am Trista Stout-Walker. I'm the VP of Community Impact. And then Delina Wiley is our Resource Development Associate. So she works closely with our financial team and then also our Resource Development team. And then the next slide, this is, that's slide 2. This is slide 1. We have 46 partner agencies that we work with here at United Way of Southwest Alabama. They serve Choctaw, Clark, Mobile, and Washington counties. And we like to say that our partner agencies, they're the cream of the crop. They have been vetted. They are doing everything correctly and making a tremendous impact on our community. And so this is slide 1. We have so many, we had to have 2 slides. And then this slide is just here just to show how responsive United Way is to the changing needs of our community. So again, we talked about the COVID-19 and how the Community Resource Network was formed. Well, we immediately started raising funds for that. And then utilize those COVID funds. We established a community crisis fund, and it's kind of become all encompassing. First, it was COVID, and then it was Hurricane Sally, and then it was Hurricane Zeta, and then it was some additional funds that we received through a Christmas grant. And then the next phase is going to be Hurricane Ida relief. So we're just constantly responding to the ever-changing needs of our community and our partners. We just really want to make sure that everyone has access to the resources and information. And then also we offer a lot of in-kind donations to the community. This again is a COVID-19 example. We had hand sanitizer donated to us, and we immediately reached out to our partner agencies and said, who needs hand sanitizer? The same with masks and water. And then also the last example is medical shoes that we had donated. We offered those to our healthcare workers in all 4 counties that we serve. So again, we gathered today because you are the leadership of the emerging leaders. You're part of an affinity group. And again, you're the trifecta. You give, you advocate, and you volunteer. So we want you to become more engaged through our volunteer opportunities and our community service and community integration, because you have the power to change lives and you have the power to save lives just by talking about United Way, referring someone to 211, referring someone to VITA. And hopefully you learned something from this presentation today. Are there any questions?
I don't think